And we're live! Here's hoping. Here's hoping.
I got the notification on my phone.
Oh, well then that's just how it is. Like every tea time with Mo, I always start off the tea time acting all confused. You know, like, oh, are we live yet? Are we live yet? We're live. Guys, we're live. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Tea Time with Mo. I am Mo, as you all should know. We're on, what is it, episode 24. If you still don't know I'm Mo, then I can't really help you. Sorry. Sorry. But I am here on a very special occasion. But we'll get to that in a second. My guest today is the amazing, the awesome, the most nicest, the best hugger in the world. You know, so good that you just kind of feel comfortable in her arms. She's so awesome. Guys. I have too many compliments for this lady, right? It's the one and only Queen Neffy!
Hi!
Welcome, Neffy. Welcome to Tea Time with Mo.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. So, just in case people don't know who you are, introduce yourself.
I am Nefertiti, aka Neffy. I am a streamer, a gamer, long distance friend of Mokaji.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, it's a dating video now. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Well, I am single. You know, there's no rings.
Oh, okay. Anyone interested? You should all be interested. I'm saying that. There's not enough compliments I can give you. Not enough compliments, I'm telling you. Yes. So, tea time with Mo. You know, it's obvious we're going to be drinking some tea. So I hope everyone's got some tea with them. Or some sort of beverage to just chill with us. You know. I have some spicy chai, guys. Spicy chai. And I am drinking it from a new mug I got. Oh, it's official, guys. It is official. Tea Time with Mo on a mug. That means you know it's official, guys. Oh, also on this side it says Gold Heart. Because, you know, I'm Gold Heart. But yeah, what are you drinking, Neffy?
It's of the clear variety.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it's from my Wonder Woman mug.
Ooh, I like that mug. It's really cool.
Thank you. It was a gift.
Ooh, I love it. I know, we all know that you're kind of like, you love Wonder Woman.
I do.
Where did that come from? Do you know, or is it just like always been there?
I used to watch Linda Carter on the TV show when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. It was on reruns by the time I was born, but I watched it all the time, and I just thought Wonder Woman was just the most amazing thing ever. Because I didn't think she was cheesy like Supergirl. Like, it felt like Supergirl was just something for girls to have with girls or because the boys like Superman, where Wonder Woman was kind of her own thing.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. But I'm looking forward to the Wonder Woman movie that's coming out soon. I'm not sure when that's coming out.
2016! I'm so excited.
Oh my god, 2016. And when you said Superwoman, there's gonna be a TV show for Superwoman, or Supergirl.
Yeah, they just shot the pilot. The girl that is playing Supergirl, she played Marley in Glee. Everybody was talking all types of crap about a Glee kid playing a superhero, but people forget that the guy who plays the Flash played on Glee as well.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Wow, okay. Now this is news to me. I mean, I've never really watched Glee. I think I watched a few episodes of season 1. Like when it was like, everyone was hyped up about it and it was on TV over here. I was like, let's give this a go. And I did watch a few episodes of that, but I've never like really delved into it. So I don't know. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter about where they came from as long as they can play the role well. I don't really care. Yeah. So I mean, like, you're a big superhero fan, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a comic book fan though.
Hmm.
I don't read comics. Most of my superhero information is from the cartoons that I grew up on, TV shows and
Mm.
movies and stuff. I have comics. I do have some Wonder Woman comics. I've bought some off of eBay and bought some from the comic book store. I have Wonder Woman books that I've purchased and that have been gifted to me. I do have these materials, but I
Right.
haven't read them.
Wow. You see, I'm the same. I'm not a comic book fan. I can't sit and read a comic book. I'm sorry, I just can't. Right? I do want to get into graphic novels and stuff like that. But I don't know. There's something about just watching it on TV that just feels a little bit more appealing to me. So I mean, like, I'm not really like a superhero fan, but I've been watching like Arrow and Flash, and I'm looking forward to Daredevil, and I'm looking forward to Supergirl, Constantine and stuff like that. I have been watching those, but I don't know. I mean, like, it's just one of those things. I don't think I'll be able to get into the comic books personally.
Yeah, I would like to. Like, I have books. A friend of mine got me a book series for Gears of War for Christmas and my birthday. I have yet to crack them open, but I am taking a trip in a few weeks that will be like 10 hours out of my life. So I think I can get a book in out of that.
Oh, definitely. 10 hours? Yep. You're gonna definitely have. You know what? Even better? Audiobook. If you don't want to read a comic book, audiobooks are awesome.
Yes, audiobooks have been suggested to me. I've been a bit lazy with that, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get through an audiobook because I do have one. Because what made me want to start trying audiobooks is a guy that I worked with. He was listening to audiobooks all the time because he didn't read books. And when do you remember the movie The Golden Compass?
I do, yeah. Wasn't that like CGI?
It was mostly CGI, but it was based off of a book series. And
okay.
there was a lot of controversy because it was supposed to be an anti-religious book series, how it was supposedly teaching kids against God and all that stuff. So there was like this huge uproar over the movies, and they didn't make any sequels. Because The Golden Compass ended as if there was going to be a sequel, and they shut down production on the movies altogether. So
wow,
I wanted to I wanted to get the audiobooks, which I do have the audiobooks for that downloaded on my phone. I wanted to get the audiobooks because I wanted to know how the story ended because I really liked the movie.
Now, usually the trick with audiobooks is if you just sit there and listen to it, you're not going to. I don't know. You're not going to listen to it all the way through. What I usually used to do is when I used to go walking, like when I used to work out, just put on an audiobook instead of putting music on. Audiobook, and yeah, it just works. It's like you don't even realize you're listening to something. It's like you're actually there. You're actually imagining the things because you're doing stuff at the same time. So I liked audiobooks. I do like audiobooks. And I'm familiarizing myself with them a little bit more. I want to listen to the Game of Thrones books, so there's that as well. And audiobooks will always be like awesome though. I think I don't know. I just like the narration and stuff like that. Someone reading it to me. It reminds me of like when I was a kid or something. Like you sat in the middle of class and someone's reading it to you. It's awesome. But anyway, apart from that, oh my gosh, really, Chi? Really, Chi? Wow. But okay, so going from from books and stuff like that. What have you been playing? What games have you been playing recently? Because we all know you're a Twitcher, right? You're part of the Twitch family. I met you at in Boston. It was amazing. It was awesome.
Yes.
But what are you playing right now?
I'm currently actively playing Gears of War 3. anybody that's ever come to my stream, that's usually what you'll find on there. But it's mostly because I work with Hype Festation, which is the company that does a lot of Gears of War tournaments. So every time I try to play something else, I get pulled back to Gears because of something going on.
Wow.
So I have an abundance of games. I just haven't gotten through them all.
You and me both. I have such a big backlog of games I still have to play, and I just can't stop myself. I always seem to go towards the multiplayer games, and they take a lot of my time. You know? So I'm just like, come on, just get these games done. You know, like right now I'm playing Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah, how are you liking it?
Really beautiful game. Oh my gosh, ragey a little bit because it's a platformer, but I really wanted to play it because it's such a beautiful game. I would recommend it, definitely recommend it, and it's very cheap. It's cheap for a full game, like a 12-hour campaign. I would pay $60 for that, even though it's not $60. So I don't know. But yeah, there's quite a few other games that I need to play through. What do you have to play through? Give us like a little rundown of what games that you have on that you want to play in the next few weeks.
Next few weeks, I would like to do the DLC for Assassin's Creed Unity. I have not gotten to it.
Wow. Okay.
There's also I still haven't done the DLC for Watch Dogs either. But let's see. Shazam asked me what got me into twitching. I was a viewer. I was a viewer for a long time, and I was always watching Gears of War streams because that was my game. You know how everybody has their go-to game that they're passionate about, and Gears of War was it for me. So I was always in Gears of War streams, and I'm a little cocky sometimes. So I was like, I could do this. I can totally do this. Like, I'm better than this kid that's streaming. Why don't I put on my skills? So I decided to start streaming. I thought it'd be interesting to see how it would go because I liked interacting with certain people that streamed, and I was like, well, I wonder what would happen if I streamed.
Well, interestingly enough, guys, today is a very special day, and I said that we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. I want you guys to put your hands together and tell Queen Neffy this is her 2-year streaming anniversary, guys. 2 years. This is awesome, guys. This is so awesome. Your stream life is 2 years old. That's awesome. Yes. Everyone, congratulations. I want to congratulate you, Neffy. You're doing such an awesome job.
Thank you.
You're really cool, and we still need to finish our Lara Croft thing. Just saying.
Yes, we do. It's like people who aren't gamers wouldn't understand this, but it's so much harder to get through things on a multiplayer platform versus single player. Because single player, you're playing by yourself. You don't have to worry about anything. But multiplayer, once people find out you have a multiplayer game, everybody wants to play with you. So it's like, oh, well, now I have to plan out days. And like the other day, I played Call of Duty with my friend. I found out for the first time that she had an Xbox One.
What?
And I was like, oh, awesome. What games do you have? And she said Call of Duty. I was like, oh, I got Call of Duty. And we played Call of Duty the other day. And then she asked me yesterday if we could play. I was like, literally the day we played was the only time I have this week to play.
Wow.
Because I have other commitments.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. But yeah,
no, I might play tonight though. After we're done with this, I'll probably play something.
Some Call of Duty.
I don't know if I'll play Call of Duty, but I might play something.
I might play something also. I'm not sure yet. Probably LA Cops or something. That game is super trolly. Just throwing that out there. Super trolly. But yeah, I mean, like, so tell us, like, so you just told us like how you got into Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
What got you into gaming?
What got me into gaming? Well, I actually come from the Nintendo boom generation. So
Okay, okay.
I have been gaming since Super Mario Brothers 1.
Wow.
Actually, before that, before I even had Nintendo, because my uncle was the gamer in the house. I can say that my uncle was the catalyst for a lot of things that I like. Um, the Three Stooges, wrestling, kung fu, and gaming were all him.
Wow.
And he had an Atari, and when he wasn't playing his Atari anymore, me and my sister got it. So me and my sister were playing with his old Atari while he had a Nintendo system. And then whenever we would go over to my grandmother's house, because he still lived at home, we would go over to my grandmother's house and he would have his Nintendo out, and we would like beg and plead to play Super Mario Brothers. When he wasn't home, we were not allowed to touch it because he was afraid we were going to break it.
Wow. That's awesome, though. I mean, like, so you started off at Nintendo then, most likely Nintendo. Is it the original Nintendo?
No, I literally played Pong on Atari.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. My first video game ever was Pong.
On Atari. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably mine as well. I think it was like the it wasn't an Atari. It was something else. I don't know what the freak it was. It said there was like 7 games in one, but actually it was just Pong, but in different names to Pong. Like tennis, and there was Pong, there was tennis, there was table tennis, but it was still Pong. It's not like, what the hell is it? And you didn't use like a joystick or buttons or anything. You had these 2 turning things.
Oh, isn't that a ColecoVision?
Is that Coleco? I don't even know.
I think that was ColecoVision. Yeah, it's like those little knob you turn.
Yeah, it's like that you turn and that's it. That's all you do. It's like one person uses this side, the other person uses that side, and you're good to go for the rest of your life, you know?
Yep.
That's the best game, you know? So Atari on the Pong, wow. Did you play anything else on the Atari?
There was a boxing game that we had on there. I played that. And there was some, I don't remember the name of it, but it was some game, it was a shooter. It was one of those games kind of like Asteroid.
I think Galaga.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I played
I'm
that.
Not sure. It's like Space Invaders kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that. It was like Space Invaders.
Well, Galaga was the big thing on Atari back in the day. That's what I remember. I used to play. My sisters used to play that all the time as well. So I was like, wow, okay. So that really kind of got me into it. Then I went into Sega. So you went into Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Funnily enough, over here Nintendo wasn't that big. Right? Over there, I know it was like Nintendo was huge. Over here, it was Sega, all Sega pretty much. There's a theme park near here, and they had like a giant statue of Sonic in there. That's how big Sega was over here. So what did you what was like the main game that you would play on the Nintendo? Was this a Super Nintendo or just normal Nintendo?
The regular Nintendo.
Wow.
We had, because I didn't grow up with much, so we had maybe 2 or 3 games that we played. We had all the Super Mario games. We had Legend of Zelda, which was the gold cartridge.
Wow, okay.
And I'm not even lying. I think my games are in the basement. I'm not kidding. I think the case of my Nintendo games are still in the basement.
Wow.
But there was a racing game that we had. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a Grand Prix racing game. There was a video game that was made after Bigfoot, the monster truck, that was popular in the US. We had that. That game's frustrating as hell. Because the way the controls were, it didn't control like a regular racing game on Nintendo. You had to use the back and forth buttons so that you could gain speed. So you constantly had to do this with the buttons to go up and down. And then when it came over with the hills, it was, oh my god, talk about thumbs being sore. It was ridiculous. And I could not get enough of that game.
Original button masher is that.
Yeah.
The original. That's where it all comes from.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
you literally had to mash the hell out of the button to get the freaking car to go.
That's so awesome, though. I mean, like the games back in the days, right? Yes, they were graphically what they are, what they are now, obviously, But it's like you can sit there and play those games, and like, you had the, I don't know, you had so much like, even those games like kind of surprised you and kept you addicted to it. Like, it just shows how much it takes. It doesn't really take much to get someone to sit down and play a game. And I like that. I love that about gaming, to be honest with you. Like, you can leave the world behind pretty much. So obviously from the Nintendo. So did you go? I'm guessing you went to the SNES, and then did you? Where did the Nintendo stop?
Let's see. I had a Nintendo. Actually, the original Nintendo was the only one. That one and the N64 were the only ones I ever owned.
Wow.
My cousins had a Super Nintendo, and they lived around the corner. So whenever I wanted to play like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, we went over to their house. Let's see. I had an N64, and then I literally had 2 games on the N64, and and that was Mario Kart and GoldenEye. That was the only games I had on it. And I could not, like, you couldn't pull me off of Mario Kart. I played so much Mario Kart, it was not even funny. But we did have a Sega. I didn't play many games on it other than Sonic.
Okay.
And
well,
then,
yeah, that's the main one, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like that was literally all I played on it. Everybody always had like, and you know how the Sega came with all those attachments and everything. Yeah, we didn't have all that. We just had Sonic. That was it.
As I recall, my Sega actually had Sonic built into it. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure. One of the Sonics, and it had some like other like motorbike racing game or something. That's it, really. But it was fun. So you played Sonic all the time, and then obviously they messed it up after Sega Mega Drive. And
Yeah.
well, actually the Dreamcast one were pretty good, but other than that, the rest of them were pretty crappy.
I didn't actually have a Dreamcast, but I dated someone who was friends with someone who did. So whenever it was good to go out with him, and we went over to his friend's house, and then we would all play Soul Calibur, and then I would beat all the boys. It was fun.
Oh snap! Already a boss before, being a boss was trending.
Well, I was an arcade gamer too. Like I
Really?
Yeah, I grew up during the time that arcades were really popular. Like kids, their social time now is being on Facebook and Twitter. Me and my sister, we went out. We went to the mall. We went to the arcade. There was a pool hall. The pool hall had an arcade box in it. Like
Wow.
I grew up on arcade games. That's why I think that was why I really wasn't a big deal for me not to have a console, because I was always at the arcade. Most of the stuff that was on console, or I had the games I wanted on console, and anything that I actually really, really wanted to play was at the arcade. They still had the good games at the arcade. They weren't on console yet. Arcade Master Race.
Oh wow! Okay, shots fired. Do you see with it what it is with me and arcades? Okay, we didn't really go to the arcade much. There wasn't many. There's not any anything big in my area. Obviously you'd have to go into the city, but as a kid we weren't really allowed to ride the train on our own. So we didn't go to like arcades and stuff like that. But when we did, we weren't really allowed to play any of the games because my dad was always like, "You have a console. Why would you pay extra money to play on a console on an arcade machine? Because you only get to play for a few minutes, and then you lose and you can't play it anymore." I'm like, okay, then we just.
That all depends on how good you are.
That's it. Well, yeah. I mean, well, it's like well, obviously, my dad obviously didn't understand that, but you know, I was never really into arcade stuff. That's why I would say I never really got into like fighters and stuff like that. I mean, like my cousins, they used to have Street Fighter and stuff like that on the PlayStation and stuff like that, and they used to love playing that. They used to have tournaments playing that at home. But I never really got into it. It was just always button mashing for me, and I just couldn't be bothered with that. They were always trying to do like, you know, Hadoukens and stuff like that, and I'm just like going up to them, and I used to always spam this one move where you just crouch and just do the sliding kick thing. So that's all I would do, and I won a few matches like that because they didn't know what to do.
I use the noob characters in Street Fighter because I didn't know how to do those either. I use E Honda and Guile, and E Honda always did like that fast hand thing, and Guile, I knew the exact buttons to make him. There was an upside down kick that he did, and I used to spam the fuck out of that.
Wow. It's like it was so easy to spam stuff in those games, and people didn't know because it was like such a like obviously now it's all refined, and you know it has to be balanced, and you know they'll take out Street Fighter 4, they just take out Street Fighter Arcade Edition and Super X and friggin' Super Shithole 3000 version or some shit. It's like it's all refined and stuff. Back in those days, it wasn't like that. You know, not for me anyway. Not for my family. We would just used to we just brawl it out, and that's it. You know,
right.
There wasn't much to it. Yeah, you could do like these combos and stuff like that, but it wasn't anything. You couldn't. It wasn't like you had to do it. It's like you could easily just win a game by kicking someone to death, and that's it. You know, that's it. That's all it came down to. And I kind of love those kind of stuff. It's because it just came down to like who was the luckiest, really.
Yeah.
And it made it fun. It made it fun. That's why I think I like the IDARB game on the Xbox One. You should play that game. It's so hilarious, so much fun.
I've heard good things about it. I watched when you guys streamed it the other day.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what I was watching.
it's just like a football game, but not really. But then like if you like put Twitch, if you like connect Twitch with IDARB, people can in the chat can put in hashtags, and it will directly do something on the game about it.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, so that's why you probably saw when you came in, like everyone was doing hashtags.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it's like if you do something like hashtag flood, the screen will flood up. And it's like it's so hilarious. Though it's so hilarious, so much fun. And it's like it's just one-on-one, like online. But if you had like a few people in your house, you could play 4-on-4 and stuff like that. It'll be or 2-on-2 or whatever. You know, it's a lot of fun. That game is a lot of fun, and it kind of reminds me of the games back in the days. It's just because it was just pure dumb luck, really. Hey, Hypnotic.
Hypnotic.
But yeah, I mean, like that's one of the biggest things one of the biggest things I love about it. So of course, you know, you're into fighters, right?
Yes. People would be surprised because I play a lot of shooters, but I started with fighting games and racing games.
Mm-hmm. And what was your fighting? What was the fighting game? If I gave you one fighting game that you could only play, and you could play that in tournaments and stuff like that, what fighting game would you say you're the most like polished on?
Tekken.
Ooh, okay. I know now for a fact there's a few people in the stream that say that they're really good at Tekken. So you should issue a challenge right now. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know, there's a few people in here that like to think that they're the bee's knees on some Tekken. I'm not. I suck at it. I will just kick you. That's all I'm going to do in that game. Right? I'm gonna find the woman with the longest legs and kick you. That's it. But yeah, I do play fighting games from time to time, but obviously nothing like tournament quality, even though I played amazingly in that Soul Calibur tournament in PAX East.
Yeah, Soul Calibur is a second favorite as far as fighters go. Tekken and Soul Calibur are my faves.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I really do love. I love seeing people play fighting games. I'm not really that big into like watching the like the tournaments and stuff like the big. But if I want to see like say if oh Fred's here. Look Fred. I was just about to say your name, Fred. Fred was about to fight I don't know Dragon Boss in Street Fighter. I would watch that, and I would find it really interesting because I know both of them, and I know it's gonna get like funny. It's gonna be so funny. You know. So yes.
Fred's a character in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's awesome guy, guys. Awesome guy. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm obviously not a fighting player, but when I played in a tournament, my goal was just to make people laugh, and I feel like I did that. It was just I was just messing with the people. That's all I was doing. That was my goal. Just mess with them. Just push them off the game. Wow. So. Are you really drinking TNF? Hypnotic Captain. You should tell them what you're drinking.
Captain Morgan. Hey, Captain. Look, I do drink rum, but I drink Parrot Bay rum, and I'm a Crown Royal girl as well. If I'm going to drink clear liquor, it's going to be Parrot Bay.
I don't even know what that is, but hey. You do your thing.
It's a rum. It's I like it a lot better than most other rums, and I grew out of vodka a long time ago. Everybody, it's like all of my friends drink vodka now. I'm just like, I'm over it.
So, what consoles do you have right now?
I have a Xbox 360 and an Xbox One.
Ooh, and which one do you play the most?
The one I play the most is the 360 because of Gears.
Of course.
I flip back and forth. It really depends on what mood I'm in. If there's a next-gen game that interests me, I will go out and get it. I'm really excited for The Division. I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah, me too. That looks really... How can I put it? It looks interesting. I'm not gonna say it looks good. Because, I mean, it does look good, but I don't want to like kind of go into the hype of it too soon, because I feel like when I go into hype of something, I jinx them somehow, so it doesn't go very well for them. But yeah, I mean, like I'm looking forward to that game. I am looking forward to that game. And what else are you looking forward to?
What else is coming out? Well, I have yet to finish any of the Batman games, but I am interested in the new Batman game that's coming out, and I will say it here first. I haven't made it public knowledge, but I plan on pre-ordering the Batman Arkham Knight PS4 edition.
Okay, you guys might not know that is kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal because you've been Xbox all through and through, right?
I have not owned a PlayStation since the PlayStation 1.
So
and I gave that away with no problem when I was done with it.
So this is a big.
I didn't even sell it. I gave it away.
Wow. So this is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
And I completely agree with Fred that PS4 is on point. That is a beautiful PS4.
Yeah, I figured because the Xbox One is so plain, and I wanted to get a skin for it, but and I was like, everybody's like, you gotta get a PS4, and I'm like, everything that's on a PS4 is on the Xbox One, and if I got a PS4, it would literally only be for exclusives, and that's what's gonna happen. When I eventually get it, it will literally only be for exclusives. All of my multiplayer games, because all of my friends are on Xbox. I do have a few friends like yourself,
yes,
and Deadly and Fred, who have PS4s. But 90% of my gaming friends are on Xbox. So I would literally have a PlayStation 4 exclusives, and most likely single player exclusives at that.
Well,
so
if
there is no,
I mean, like, if
there is no goodbye Hypnotic.
if there is any co-ops, you know where to find me. We will co-op the shit out of some games. I'm just saying. But 3 games I would definitely recommend for the PS4 right now. Bloodborne, of course. Still need to pick that up. Bloodborne, pick it up.
No.
Pick it up.
No.
Pick it up!
Because you know what? I saw the trailers for it and I was like, oh my god, that game looks amazing. And then I found out it came from the Dark Souls people. And it looks exactly like Dark Souls to me.
It looks like Dark Souls, but it doesn't look like Dark Souls. Just play the game. Play the game. I played it. I played it on. I played it on when I went to my event at EGX. It is one beautiful game, far more beautiful than Dark Souls ever was. I'm throwing that out there for you guys. I don't give a shit what you say. It's far more beautiful, but it's and it's faster. It's faster than Dark Souls. It's not. It doesn't feel as droll, you know. It's a very beautiful game. Very beautiful game. And it's obviously hard, so you know, whatever. I don't know how you feel about that kind of stuff.
Well, then I will be accepting donations as of today to purchase Bloodborne.
Oh, okay. Alright, we're throwing that out there, guys. And you've got a donation link on your Twitch, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So
I didn't for a very long time.
Yeah, same here.
For a very long time, and then people would come into the stream asking why I didn't have one. And I was like, oh, well, people want to donate? Okay, I'll make one.
Well, I think you should. You do a splendid job in your casting, so I'm just saying. But yeah, so the Bloodborne, of course, won. Number 2, Last of Us. Now, that's one game that I feel like everyone should play at least once. Even if you know the storyline and this ending, play for the journey. Play for the journey. Everyone has a different everyone has a different way they play games, and I feel like it'll be fun to watch you play as well. Last of Us, that's another. And last but not least, and this is going to shock most of you, and it's not going to shock most of you, Transistor.
Never heard of that one.
From the makers of Bastion.
What kind of game is that?
It is like action RPG. Action RPG, like kind of like a top-down kind of thing, very artsy. Beautiful game. I love it. Love the audio. Love the just the actual gameplay, and the storyline is amazing. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, everybody says to play Last of Us. I felt as though it wasn't going to be on my list because I've watched so many people because I didn't have a PlayStation. So I was like, all right, well, I might as well watch a stream of somebody who has a PlayStation playing a game that I'm not going to have. So I know 85% of the story. I haven't watched it from beginning to end, but I know most of the story. I even know exactly how it ends.
Oh, you know how it ends?
Yeah, I know how it ends. Okay. I was, I forget whose stream I was in when... Actually, I think it was yours when you finished Last of Us.
Oh, really? Okay.
I might have been. I'm not sure. But, Hypnotic. It's okay, dear.
She really doesn't like the PS4.
She is not a PlayStation fan, no, and I'm not an overly huge PlayStation fan either. I've been an Xbox girl since I got my 360. I didn't have the original Xbox, which is funny because I used to work for a company that provided internet. I used to work for Comcast, and I did tech support for the internet. And when Xbox got Xbox Live, oh my god, the phones would not stop ringing from kids trying to figure out how to connect their Xboxes to the internet. Wow. I knew how to get an Xbox online and didn't even own one.
What? Okay.
Do I watch anime? Yes.
Do you watch anime? I don't.
I watch anime.
I started. Well, I watched a few. But I wouldn't say I'm like I really like religiously watch it. You know, like. By the way, hi Annie. But like what I love Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I need to finish Attack on Titan.
Oh, wow, okay.
Nobody hurt me. I haven't finished Attack on Titan yet.
Nobody spoil as well. If you spoil, you will get banned. But yeah, right. Attack on Titan. I'm actually looking forward to the live action movie. Yeah. I would need it dubbed though, but whatever. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's why I haven't finished it, because I need it dubbed. Because I'm easily distracted, and watching something with subtitles, it's terrible. Favorite anime besides Cowboy Bebop? Cowboy Bebop is actually not my favorite. Well,
I didn't like Cowboy Bebop. I didn't even watch the first. I watched the first episode and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the art style. I don't like, what is this? I don't even know. But yeah, I watched I watched the High School of the Dead as well.
Oh, High School of the Dead is amazing. I'm so mad. It's such a, excuse my language, it's such a cock tease. Because
sorry.
That show is so amazing, and then they only give you one season. One season, and that's it.
Yeah, well, no, I'm sure they'll give you another one. I'm sure they'll give us another one.
Do you know how old High School of the Dead is? They would have came out with another season by now.
Oh. Then never mind.
But, Death Note is fantastic.
I haven't watched that one.
Death Note is a good one. If you like, because it's a psychological thriller anime. So it's really good, because you're always wondering when he's going to get caught. And the kid who plays Light, he's a freaking genius, and it's insane, like, to watch how his character develops from the first episode into the last one. And my friends Warrior and Pretty Girl got me turned on to a show called Fairy Tail. That's really good too. I still need to get through that. This is the problem why I haven't finished Attack on Titan, because I have so many animes to watch. Because I have to finish Fairy Tail, and then there was a period of time I decided to start rewatching Inuyasha and Sailor Moon, so that distracted me.
Wow.
And there's just so much anime and just not enough time. Plus I have my regular shows that I watch. There's just not enough time. And then I get flack for not streaming because I take a week off to catch up on shows.
So wow. Like, you see, the beauty for me is, like, I can watch TV shows when I'm at work. So when I'm at work, I just sit there and watch TV shows because it's like boring otherwise.
I used to be able to do that with my old job, but my job that I have now, it's I can barely be in Twitch streams anymore when I'm at work.
Oh. Hey, the job's a job, right? So, I mean, like, for me, like, seeing as it's like a family-run thing, so I can just watch out. But then when I get up, then I still have to watch not safe for work TV shows like Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I can't watch that in the store. And also, like, I have like a whole backlog of games to go through still. So anime doesn't even come into the equation really. Like, I can't really watch anime. I mean, like, once in a while I'll watch an episode or something, but that's about it really. I mean, like, I used to love that. What was it called? Black Lagoon. I love that one. But that's about it really. That was a really good one. Really good one. Yeah. So
yeah, we hit the hot button topic of anime in the chat.
I see. Yeah, I see. Everyone's all up in arms that I don't watch anime that much. Hypnotic, please. Hypnotic, please. Please. You know who I am. Okay. Just because I don't like no animes. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hypnotic is an avid anime fan. If anyone that is not good friends with Hypnotic doesn't know, she is a super duper anime fan. So this conversation of Mo not watching shows and me not finishing shows, it really is breaking her heart.
I'm gonna have her on Tea Time with Mo someday, so you're gonna get to hear all this stuff, one day. One day when she's comfortable, I'll get her on Tea Time with Mo, and we will talk all about it. And she's gonna yell at me. I know she is. So yeah. But yeah, let's go back to gaming, right?
Yes.
So,
okay.
What would you say is the most memorable game that you've ever played?
Oh.
Big question. I know, big question.
That is a big question. The most memorable?
Yeah, most memorable. Most. I don't know. It just takes you to that place. It's like whenever someone mentions the name of that title, you just go back to where you were during that that time.
Well, I am a Ubisoft fangirl, so I'm quite fond of the last two Splinter Cell games, and Assassin's Creed. I love the stories that Ubisoft likes to tell with their games. However, I've never played Far Cry. I'll take the flack for that. I've never played Far Cry. I don't care. But for me, I think the first game that ever got me emotional. We'll do that. Was the first Medal of Honor.
Oh, okay.
I played the campaign, and I'm not a big fan of first-person shooters either. That's the other reason why I haven't played Far Cry, because it's a first-person versus the other Ubisoft games that I like are third-person. But Medal of Honor, I played through the campaign, and I'm not kidding. I got teary-eyed at the end.
Which Medal of Honor is this? Is it the one on PlayStation 1?
Well, I have it on the Xbox. So
Xbox One? I mean, like the first Xbox?
No, the Xbox 360.
I think that you're talking about the reboot of Medal of Honor, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I have it over there.
Okay. Yeah. I like that one as well. I remember the ending of that one. It was kind of like
because I didn't see the end coming at all, and I love a good story, and that one it was just like I was so overwhelmed with emotion. I was posting on Facebook and tweeting about it. I was just so upset.
Oh.
So I would say the most memorable one for me, because it was the one that got me the most emotional, was Medal of Honor. And it's funny because people would think because I play Gears of War so much that it would be Gears of War. But because in Gears of War 3, a major character died in the campaign. And everybody was like, you didn't cry when he died? And I was like, no, because I didn't think he was really dead.
Wow.
I thought it was a bait and switch. I thought that he was like going to come back later in the game. And by the time I realized he really was dead, I was kind of over it.
Wow. Whoa. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like the most emotional I've got in a game is Last of Us, man. That game just
and it's funny because I know the ending of it, so
it wasn't even the ending that got me like really that emotional though. I don't know, it's like the first part. The first part that they throw at you, I was like, what is going on? Like, I didn't even know that they could do this to me so early in a game, you know? I'm hardly like, I just got into this wonderful game. I didn't even know it was wonderful at the time. I was just playing it. I just started, and I was thinking, okay, I'm playing as this, you know. I'm not gonna spoil it for people that haven't played it, but you know, like I just that first part, you know what I'm talking about, guys, was like, it was just like mind blown, completely mind blown, you know. So yeah, that was like the most emotional, the most memorable game for me. Obviously, Final Fantasy IX. Played it with my cousins, played it with my friends. We all got together in front of the TV, like small ass 10-inch screen, and we all got together in front of it and just played Final Fantasy IX, and it was spectacular. So you say you like your story games, right?
I do. I like a really good story.
So what do you think? What has the best story? What game do you think has the best story?
Hmm. Best story. The story behind Splinter Cell. The whole, because
Okay.
mind you, I didn't come into Splinter Cell until Splinter Cell Conviction.
Okay.
And with Conviction, in the beginning of the game, they did a whole recap of the previous games for anybody that's never played them before.
Mm-hmm.
So the backstory as far as what happened prior to Splinter Cell Conviction. And Splinter Cell Conviction, the story of that was just amazing. Like, the whole thing was just his determination to find his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And like everything that this man went through hell and high water to get his kid. And then Splinter Cell Blacklist was also a really good story as well. So I have to say, but you know what? Telltale tells really good stories too.
They do, yeah. I love the choices that you have to make in that.
Yeah, Telltale plays a really tells really good stories. I have to give them props for that. They earned their moniker because everybody's like, why? Because The Wolf Among Us. If no one's ever played The Wolf Among Us, oh my god, I didn't think I would like anything better than the Walking Dead stories, but The Wolf Among Us is an amazing story, and I think it also has to do with that I love fairy tales. So, like, I love how they incorporated the fairy tale characters into the game. And I'm playing through the game, and I'm like recognizing characters all over the place.
Yeah. I love doing that as well.
Like, I don't think people really know where the frogs come from in The Wolf Among Us, because I read the Wind in the Willows book when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
So, I have played the episode 1 of Game of Thrones. I haven't played the others yet. I played episode 1, and I streamed it, and it's probably a good thing that I didn't have my camera on when I streamed it, because my jaw hit the floor.
At the end. Okay.
Oh my god,
yeah, it was one of those.
The ending came out of nowhere. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, have you played the Borderlands one?
I have not, and I had asked around to a few people because I was afraid that you had to be familiar with the Borderlands games to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked around to a few people, and one guy told me he's never played a Borderlands game in his life, and he loves it. So, yeah. I will be getting Tales from the Borderlands eventually. It's on my list.
Yeah. Now I'll just tell you something, right? I mean, like I played through the Borderlands. You know, I know the Borderlands universe pretty well. That game is just, the Tales of the Borderlands is just, oh my god, so much fun. I think it's my favorite Telltale game, and that's pretty big, seeing as I've played a lot of the Telltale games before. That's saying something. I think personally, like, I played through Game of Thrones, I played through Walking Dead, but Tales of the Borderlands just, oh my god, so much fun. Definitely recommend it. But Telltale games have always been like good with storyline and stuff like that. Did you ever play? I mean, obviously you like Assassin's Creed, right?
I love Assassin's Creed. Love. I love Assassin's Creed.
You love the Assassin's Creed.
I love Assassin's Creed. And I was a late bloomer to Assassin's Creed. I didn't understand what the hype was about Assassin's Creed until I had to move, and I was staying with a friend, and they didn't have cable, they didn't have internet, so all I had was single player games to occupy my time.
Wow. And
I was like, well, since I'll be sitting here doing nothing with an Xbox that can't get online, I might as well go get a single player game, because all of my games were multiplayer.
Wow,
so
okay.
I went to GameStop and I bought Assassin's Creed 2 because I was told to skip 1. I bought Assassin's... Well, that's what I did. I skipped 1, and I went straight for 2, and I started with the Ezio stories. So
what's your favorite Assassin's Creed?
Probably Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the movement of the latest one of as far as Unity. I really liked Unity. I really like the story in Black Flag. But out of all of them, as far as game features and stories and character development, Brotherhood was my favorite.
Wow. Okay. So for me, is obviously I played through the first and the second series. You know, the Assassin's Creed 2, all those three parts, and I played Assassin's Creed 3, and then I played the DLC for Assassin's Creed 4, the one with Adiwale.
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Flag.
Black Flag. Yeah, I didn't play Flag though. I just played the DLC, and I have to say, for me personally, Assassin's Creed 2 was my favorite. Just like the first one of the Assassin's 2 series, that was my favorite because it brought on so many different things that I love from Assassin's Creed 1, and they made it into this awesome thing, you know. So I loved it. They just like refined it, polished it. It was amazing.
Yeah, I really did like 2.
But I wouldn't say you should skip 1. I think 1 is a good learning curve for Ubisoft, that they made this game, and the reason I was attracted to it because I love the Prince of Persia games. Prince of Persia was like the bomb to me. I loved it. Played all of them, right? And then they're making this Assassin's Creed thing, and this trailer just looked awesome and everything. So I was like, you know what, I'm playing this, and I played it and I loved it. So I wouldn't say skip Assassin's Creed 1. Yes, if you play it now, obviously, because you played through the rest of it, you're not gonna find it as fluent or as responsive, but it's really, really awesome. I still think it was a really great game. So do as you want with that, but I would definitely recommend you still try and play Assassin's Creed 1.
Maybe one day.
There you go. I haven't played for or Unity or Rogue yet, so I'm gonna try those.
I still have to finish Rogue. My 360, the drive was acting up while I was playing it, so it took me away from finishing it. And I usually would reserve my single player games for Sundays because it was a more relaxed day. But yeah, I need to finish Rogue because I've finished all of them except for Rogue, and I just have to get my brain in the mindset to play Rogue because it's literally Rogue and Unity, even though they came out on the same day for 2 different consoles, they are literally opposite games.
Oh yeah.
Because Rogue, honestly, I want to finish it because I want to know how the story plays out, but Rogue is literally could have been DLC for Black Flag. It really could have. It has all the same stuff. Like there's a few extra features in Rogue that Black Flag didn't have, but it's literally the same thing.
Okay.
It's literally the same thing. Yeah, Deadly, I've heard that Rogue was better than Unity.
Wow.
But I liked Unity. I really did. I liked the movement in Unity.
You see, the problem with Unity was I feel like they took it out like a few months too early because it just had too many problems at the start. But they obviously fixed that, and that's what happens, unfortunately. So.
Well, the funny thing is with Unity is they delayed it. It's still Unity came out later than what it was supposed to because originally Unity was supposed to come out, I think, a month or 2 before Rogue did. Unity was supposed to come out, I believe, in September of last year, and Rogue was supposed to come out in November, and they pushed Unity back and had them release on the same day.
Wow. I mean, like, I was still gonna play them. You see what it is with me, that I don't buy Assassin's Creed on launch anymore. I have to wait for them to go down in price, because they take one out every year. Yeah. And I don't feel like I want to pay full price for them anymore. I mean, not that I'm not saying that they're bad games. I just know that I'd rather play something else before I play that. I don't know. I guess I'm not that big of a fan. After Assassin's Creed 3, though, I was just like, I just was not a fan of it. I'm sorry. I'm sure some people will love it. I didn't like the assassin. I didn't like the the history of I know it's American history, but I just didn't find it interesting, you know. But
Well,
there's
the
gonna
new
be
Assassin's Creed is based in London or England.
which
I don't
one?
think it's in London.
The um, Unity?
No, Unity is in France. The
France,
one that's
right?
coming out this year.
Oh,
They're
okay.
they're putting out another Assassin's Creed, and it's coming out this year, and it will be based in England.
Wow, okay. I do want to try that one. And now I know there's an Assassin's Creed that's going to be based in India and China, which I can't wait to play.
Well, there's
those are
a
DLCs,
platform DLC on Unity
Yeah.
that's based in China. Yeah, that's
those
one of the DLCs I want to play.
Yeah, and there's the Indian one as well that I know that's going to be coming out. So I want to try those out as well. So yeah, they look cool.
You get the best of both worlds, huh?
I know, right? But yeah, I mean, I love those. I love Assassin's Creed, but it's getting to that point where I'm just going to wait it out and just like I'll play them. I'm definitely going to play them, but maybe just not now. Unless I might download the DLCs and stuff. If they can stand alone, whatever. Okay, well we've been talking for a while, it's just like it goes. It's so fun that it just like goes so quickly, But we're almost towards the end of the stream, Neffy.
Oh,
So amazing to have you here. I have one question though. When are you streaming next?
well, I'll probably be streaming tonight.
Tonight?
Because I won't be able to stream tomorrow because my organization is doing a Gears of War tournament, so I'll be refereeing and help keeping track of the brackets and everything for that. So I'll be mostly unavailable tomorrow to stream, and I'm going to try and see Fast and the Furious on Sunday.
Okay, cool. Got good scores? It got good scores, apparently.
Yeah. I've heard very good feedback from a lot of people about it. I can't wait to go see it. Michelle Rodriguez.
I actually want to see it for that chick from the Game of Thrones. That British lady.
They're all British. Well, most of them anyway. Which one?
The British lady from Game of Thrones. The Khaleesi's next in hand or whatever, translator or whatever her name is.
Oh, she's in it. Yeah, you're right. She is in it.
She's hot.
She is hot. She is hot. She's very hot. I can't wait for Game of Thrones to come back.
Oh, can't wait either.
I can't wait.
Next week, I believe. Next week.
I think so.
Yeah, next I believe next Sunday.
Yeah,
so.
I'm super excited. I'm going to disappear from Twitterland and everything. Look, guys, Game of Thrones is on. Time to go. I'm sorry.
I'm so afraid to go on Twitter when you guys are watching it because I know for a fact someone's going to try and just going to spoil it for me. So I'm just not even going to bother.
Yeah. People always spoil something.
They always do. So
that's why Assassin's Creed and The Walking Dead you have to watch live.
Oh yeah.
I mean, wow. I read Assassin's Creed. I read Assassin's Creed in the chat. Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead. You have to watch live.
Definitely.
You have to watch those live, or else everybody on every piece of social media will ruin it for you.
So you're gonna be streaming next, right? Do you mind putting typing in your Twitch so that the lovely people in my chat can follow you guys? Follow Neffy. She is super awesome, guys. Super duper awesome. You've seen her here. See her lives. Check out her skills. In some games. Oh my goodness, she's really good at Gears.
I cuss like a sailor, though.
It doesn't really matter.
Well, I like to put that little disclaimer out there.
They're in my chat. They know that I rage on certain games, and I will say a whole bunch of swear words. And I've had Karibo here, so it doesn't even really matter, So it's cool. It's cool.
That's true. I think they're good at Karibo.
If they can't stand mine, they'll be able to stand yours. Don't worry about it. But yeah, make sure you go and follow Neffy. Once again, Neffy, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate you here. You are so awesome. I want to congratulate you once again on your 2-year stream anniversary. Oh my gosh, you are doing such an awesome job.
2-year stream anniversary.
Yeah,
And
2 years stream.
Hypnotic was there for the first stream. She played with me on my first stream.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome, Hypnotic. You know we need to still finish some games. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. You've always been such an inspiration to me, and I hope that when I hit my 2-year stream anniversary that you will be here with me and we can
Absolutely.
just chill out and just party.
Absolutely. I will be here.
But yeah, guys, thank you all for coming by. Do you have any last words, Neffy?
No. I don't have any last words, no. I appreciate everyone hanging out and watching me and listening to me and Mo have conversations about stuff.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things. All of the stuff and things. Anywho, guys, thank you all for coming, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.